40 years ago, I went through the U.S. Navy Officer Indoctrination School, which is like boot camp for Reserve Staff Corps officers. Well, not as intense as other boot camps or officer training. It still was demanding. They had an additional program you could do called a 1,000-Point Club. In addition to our regular exercise and activity, you could earn points for doing additional exercise. And so I thought, in celebration of this anniversary, I would do a 1,000-Point Club for the next 6 weeks. You can earn 1 point for a set of resistance exercise, or one interval for high intensity, like 1 Tabata interval, and 1 point for a pound of weight loss, and 1 point for 5 minutes of a slow, long endurance cardio. So far, I've been 3 days into my 1,000-Point Club, and I've earned 100 points, so I'm right on schedule, trying to get about 30 points a day. So in this workout, we'll add up the points, see if we can get over 30. I'm sufficiently warmed up after doing those tank demonstration. So I'm going to start with an incline fly using a band that's attached pretty low, a little below waist high. Not incline fly, incline bench. So standard bench press is you push straight out from your chest. With incline, you push up at about 45 degrees. To increase the resistance, you can step forward, puts more resistance into the band. You can always use a lighter band or just muscle tension. Do 5 more. Switch to a lighter band, and we'll do some flies. Starting off at just horizontal. Then we can bring our arms down close to our waist, pull up and together. This is a low cross. Same thing as before. If you want to increase the resistance, step forward. Since I'm doing these as a compound set, without any rest between them, you might find that you're getting pretty tired at this point. You can always pause, take a couple breaths, try and get back into it. The most muscle gain comes when your muscles are just about at their complete fatigue. Then we can raise the brain up. We'll do a high cross. Again, it's above about head level. And bring our hands down close to mid-abdomen. Don't necessarily want to cross over, as that puts undue stress on your rotator cuff. And as you know, I have problems with my rotator cuff. Let's do a couple more. Okay. And we'll get ready for our first high-intensity interval. For this, I'm going to run my sprint and then take a 10-second pause to rest and repeat that. We're going to try and go for 8 cycles. Our first action interval is a series of wind sprints with a 10-second rest between each. You can pick a distance you're comfortable with, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards, whatever. When you reach the end, Take 10 seconds and repeat that, and we'll try and go for 8 cycles. And stop. Seconds are great. Two more. The sprint is all defined for what you can do based on your fitness level, your level of arthritis, muscle engagement. You gotta be careful that you don't go so hard that you pull a muscle. You wanna make sure you're well warmed up. Take a little break, and we'll come back for some more resistance exercise. For shoulder press, I like to do these one arm at a time using my lighter band. You want to press up, but not directly overhead. Forward, I like to think if I see my hand and my vision when I'm looking straight ahead, just at the top, that's a good angle. Again, it helps protect your shoulder. More. And we'll switch sides. You can always increase the resistance when you're doing a one arm like this by pulling the down hand on the band. Increases the tension. Take the band, we're going to do an up row. You can step on it with both feet about shoulder width apart. You gotta have a sense of humor when you use bands because sometimes they slip and can slap you. With the up row, you want to go slow to avoid momentum. You want to have the muscles doing the work. And only go up to where your upper arms are horizontal with the ground. Hands about upper chest. You can use the same band. I like to put one foot on it this time. I'm going to do lateral raise. Bend forward. This is a bent over lat. And stand up straight, and we just do lateral raise. Again, if it's too much, you can just do resistance. You see, I'm just carrying the band. There's no resistance in the band. It just gives me something to just monitor. Okay, so at this point, we've earned 16 points, so we're halfway there. So we're going to do an action interval, get a drink of water, and get ready to do some backwards interval sprints. When you run backwards, you want to have a safe area where you know you're not going to trip. So in this gym facility, I have a couple landmarks I can monitor. I can make sure there's nobody around that I would run into. The safest way to do this is on a treadmill, where you can go at a slow pace, 1 to 2 miles per hour with maybe a slight incline, 1 to 4 degrees or so. Running or even walking backwards is a really good exercise, but it does take some practice to gain your skills. So be careful with this. Don't get hurt. To have fun if you can join me with it. So I'm going to do my same distance, 10-second break, and then come back. Halfway. One more, down and back. Okay. Congratulations if you made it through that. I'm going to take a little break, get a drink of water, and do some more resistance. Welcome back. For this, I'm going to do tricep press. I have my band reached up pretty high and stand close to it. And press down. Have the band coming over my shoulders. The closer you get, the more sort of direct press you can get. You can turn around, do the same thing, slightly different angle. Let's do 5 more. And then we'll do an overhead press. Step forward till your arms are pulled behind you. Try and keep your elbows in front of your shoulders. Oops. So as you saw, my support was not really secure enough. So make sure before you start doing these band exercises that you have a nice, strong, secure anchor so you don't pull this support with all these stability balls on top of you. So that's it for resistance training. We've got one more set of intervals. For these, we're going to do 4 lateral shuffles and 4 karaoke, which is a cross front, cross back, like a grapevine if you've done dance. When you do one of these sprint intervals, you don't really need to rest for the 10 seconds. You can just go by your exertion level, how you're feeling. If you recover quicker than 10, do another one. If it takes longer, wait till you recover. You don't have to get completely recovered. You want to have your breath in control and feel that you can put full effort into the next interval. So let's start off with our lateral shuffle. Again, this is working more on agility as well as cardiovascular. I'm going to switch to karaoke, which is one of my favorite agility exercises, as well as performance in the nightclubs. I think that completes this morning's workout. By my calculation, I earned 32 points towards my 1,000-point club. Hope you enjoyed this workout, and hope to see you next time. This is Easter. Enjoy the holiday, and a couple months away from beach season. We hope to be slim and trim by then. Have a great day.